So I have my very first Cabbage Patch doll that I've owned since I was a kid. I got him at an antique store today. Stuck back inside this box. Now, obviously someone could have crammed him in this box, but I think it's original because the date on it is 1985 and the signature on this little guy is from 1985. He's really cute. We've decided to name him Baby Martin. And it's hard to tell on camera, but he's actually kind of gross. His shirt has these really nasty stains, and his shoes are really sticky from old age. And obviously, this doll is 36 years old-ish, so he needs a good and thorough bath. It was cool getting the package with him, because I don't really know a lot about these dolls right now. It's not in the best shape, and I don't plan to keep it, but yeah, you can see the original price tag here for $36.99, and I got him for $35, so considering, that was not a bad deal. He is adorable, but in need of some TLC. So in this video, I will also be getting a few other things in the mail that I ordered to kind of go with him, which you'll see later. And I have a highchair makeover project, so stay tuned for that. My first step is going to be to undress him. His shoes are so sticky that his socks are sticky. And it's interesting that he has this like plastic realistic diaper instead of a cloth one. Yeah, so you can see his little 85 signature stamp. Obviously that's not a real signature. His little tag, and the back of his head is like where he's the dirtiest. So I have some OxiClean in to put with his shoes because this works on the stickiness. I'm going to take the laces out and I'm going to put them in with the laundry. And I've made sure to fill these up with some water so that the OxiClean can get on the inside. And I have two color catchers in here because his little cute overalls are red, and that tends to bleed a lot. I have a feeling I might have to wash this shirt again. So onto my baby. He's obviously all cloth except the head. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wash his head like I would any other like plastic doll with dish soap, this toothbrush, and some baking soda. So now his head is all squeaky clean. But what about the body, you might ask? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put him in this pillowcase and run him through the wash on a delicate cycle with some clothes in there, like my clothes, just to help kind of buffer him. Because this is basically just a cloth stuffed animal body, and I wash a lot of different stuffed animals and things that have plastic components. But I'm going to let him air dry. I'm not going to run him through the dryer. So I'm going to put him in this big pillowcase, and I'm going to add some detergent right into the pillowcase too, just to make sure that it really gets in there. I apologize for the lighting. This is my basement where my laundry machine is. I actually cleaned this out because I'm always doing guinea pig laundry, and no matter how much I shake out their bedding, I always seem to get lots and lots of fur and things. So I have this on hot water to really kill the germs. And I'm going to put a little bit of Gain in with my friend. I usually use this just for my carpet shampoo, but since he's old and kind of stinky, put a little bit in there with him. And then I'm going to tie this really tight. Over there. Now I'm going to use my homemade detergent cycle. So after getting my guy in the wash and doing some other things, I checked the clothes and I feel like the socks and the laces, like you can see how discolored they are. I thought that they could use a little bit of bleach. So I'm gonna soak these in some diluted bleach. And like really diluted. Have a little splash in there. His little red overalls, they surprisingly didn't bleed, and the water did turn a funny color, but it wasn't from the dye. So this shirt, this cute little Cabbage Patch shirt, it still has like some discoloration up top. So I'm gonna add a little bit more OxyClean in with it. By itself, I can't really bleach it because it has like these light blue, these blue stitches and things. So I figure I can probably just get the stains out with some OxyClean. I just use dollar store OxyClean because I'm cheap like that, and I go through it pretty quickly. So I'm gonna put a pretty generous amount, and then what I have done is I have heated up some water in the microwave just to get it warm so it dissolves the OxyClean. Swish it around, and then once the granules are dissolved, I'm gonna top it off with cold water. So usually I wash things in cold water to prevent the dyes from bleeding, but obviously I want to get that stain out, so that's why I'm putting it in warm water or hot water. I'll do that with colored items too if like there's a stain and it's really stubborn. And the only reason why I heated up the water in the microwave is because it takes a long time for the water from the tap to get hot. So I don't like to like waste water and let it run. So these shoes are still a little sticky. I'm gonna try a little bit of baby powder. This is the kind that's cornstarch, just to put inside the shoe and rub around it just to help it absorb more of it. I didn't let this soak all that long in the OxyClean, mostly because I wasn't sure how the shoes were put together, but they're solid plastic, so it's not like any glue seams would come undone. But I'm just going to try the baby powder and see if that works. So these are how his clothes cleaned up. There used to be like a big brownish yellow stain here. And his socks were also kind of yellowy brown, but they look a lot better since I bleached them. And then his shoelaces were gnarly. And the baby powder did help. I can always soak them again in OxyClean for longer. This came out really nicely and it didn't bleed like I said. And then the diaper, that's the only thing I didn't want to wash because it actually is kind of like a real diaper. It has like padding in here. So it would be like if you put a real baby in the pool or something where the diaper would just get enormous. So I don't think it's like that dirty anyways because it was underneath his clothes and I don't even know if he was undressed before.
So here I'm sanding down this wooden high chair that I've had for quite a few years. It was from my friend Lisa's dad, and my friend Lisa said she believes it was one of her grandmother's. You can see it has like a lot of scuffs on the side, and it was always getting dirty because it didn't have like, it had more of a porous surface, I guess you could say. So that's why I decided to paint it. I don't mind wood grain at all. I keep a lot of things, just stained. And here I'm wiping off all of the dust created from sanding. I did a pretty aggressive sand, but because it wasn't a sealed surface, it would absorb the paint I used. And this is leftover paint I had from doing painting around the house. Honestly, it was kind of thick. It was definitely getting old, and I don't know if I would have been able to use it much longer, but I did manage to make it work. I ended up doing 3 coats, and I let them dry like a day between each coat because it was so humid out. I wanted to make sure that it didn't dry sticky because this is a glossy paint that I would use for trim around the house, and it also is like a primer built in, so it didn't need primer underneath it, and it did a nice opaque finish after 3 coats. And then I did a design with like kind of like cabbage leaves to go with the Cabbage Patch theme, but not literal. It just looks like leaves. And I painted them with acrylic paint. I did draw out my design first, but I did it really lightly, so it's not perfect. I'm not 100% satisfied with how it turned out, but I filmed a small clip of me painting, not all the shading and such. But I thought the leaves would go well with my room because my room has a very like foresty, gardeny vibe, and the leaves would complement some of the other doll beds and things I have in my room. And it took me a while to do this. I did this over the span of quite a few days, quite a few weeks, because I was getting annoyed. This was like the ugly stage. You know, every time you paint something, it hits one of those ugly stages. But that was not where I left off the makeover. I actually decided to make a cushion for the seat, which I got a little lazy with sewing, and I'm not very great at sewing, so the cushion is not the exact proper size because I'm terrible at measuring things. But it had this cute cactus fabric that I bought at Walmart in a little cheap pack for $4, and it was the perfect amount. Again, the cushion was a little smaller than I wanted it to be, but it does work, and I'll show you how it looks with the high chair all done.
Alright, so this is the entire high chair and doll all finished up. So the cushion is, as you can see, it's a little bit small. I didn't want it to cover the whole length of the chair, but I wish I had kept a little bit more length so it could have covered more of the bottom. Now, I used a little tack to hold this cushion up. It does have some sturdiness to sit up on its own because there's batting inside. I had leftover batting from making Jess's bunk bed mattresses. I had a lot of leftover batting. I bought way too much, but that's cool. It makes great snow for photos. Anyways, my dad made me a high chair for my bitty baby dolls as a kid, which I still have. There's pictures of it on my Flickr. And my meme, my grandmother, she made 2 different cushions so I could switch out which ones I wanted to put with it, and they secured it in using little like thumbtacks, so that's where I got the idea. And I do have more fabric from this pack, so I might in the future make different cushions depending on my mood. You can see like it goes well with the leaves and stuff on my shelf over there, and like my wall border that has kitty cats in a garden. So this is how the design turned out. Get it in some lighting. I'm not like 100% satisfied. I honestly still find it a little ugly, but I didn't want to keep fussing with it because I didn't want to have like a million layers of paint. But it did add a lot of shading. It's a little harder to see in this light, but there's shading, and on this side as well. And I did paint underneath it. I painted everything except the bottom where it touches the floor because I didn't want it getting sticky. But I think baby Martin really likes this high chair. He's not the only baby anymore. Shh, we're gonna pretend that it's just him still because of how long this project took me. But this is gonna be a nice cute little addition for my room for different Cabbage Patch dolls of mine to sit on. And I hope you enjoyed this video. There are pictures of baby Martin, this high chair, and, well, all my Cabbage Patch dolls on Flickr if you want to see. You don't need a Flickr to view it. And until next time, love your dolls, love yourself, and love your life.
Glug, glug. Daddy and I are finally starting to see past our differences. I mean, sugar is sugar. Candy, soda.
Candy, soda. All good. Very good.
The major food groups. Reba, what are you looking at?
I was just thinking about how pretty I was, Butter Biscuit.
Oh, you are so beautiful.
Mirror, mirror in my hand. Who is the fairest in Dollland? Surely it is our Reba.
This roast bison is very good.
Oh, I do not think I had enough soda today.
No, Daddy.
My diabetes, I feel it.
Daddy, if your sugar is low, there is cake on the mantle of the fireplace.
And I need it in a moment. What's that sound? Oh my goodness! It's a huge baby! Oh my goodness! Charlene! Where is that girl when you need her?
Miss Reba!
You gotta take care of this big baby. It's interrupted. My mirror
Oh my
time.
goodness, this is not my job description.
Yes,
I need to get on the phone with your agent.
My agent? My agent? What is my agent gonna do about a big baby?
I don't know. What am I supposed to do with it? Hungry. Baby. Hungry.
What is that? Is that one of them Cabbage Patch things? Baby, Sugar Plum, give him some of your Pepsi. He's
No.
hungry.
I will
You
not
got
share
to.
my Pepsi.
Son.
This is mine. All mine. Not share.
Son, this is not something to take lightly.
Baby. Hungry. Baby Martin hungry.
Son, he made whole mini-town extinct.
Cake.
He wreak havoc. Anything that goes near mouth, never come back.
Cake.
Darling, maybe you should give him a Pepsi.
No, I will not give Pepsi.
Son, what do you think happened to your grandma and grandpa?
I have never have grandma.
Did someone call me?
No, you health food wench. We did not talk of you. Get out.
What is that big baby?
Baby Martin hungry.
I think he needs his diaper changed. Let go.
Tastes like organic.
Well, as they say, you are what you eat.
Oh, that tastes like sugar. That's
Someone needs to change that baby. Charlene, you get on that.
No, Miss Reba, please. Anything but
It
that.
reminds me of a great mini doll massacre so many years ago. It was a happy day in Dollville, the mini town. Everyone was going about their daily business. And then they thought it was an earthquake.
I'd like a nice cold Pepsi.
I am single! What's that? It feels like a vibration. Earthquake?
Mama! Mama! Me hungry!
No!
Princess!
No!
Pretty! Princess! Oh, nom, 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 nom.
Ah! Save me! Get away from
Nom. Oh!
my binky!
Ah. Yeah!
Ah! My binky!
Tot tastes yucky! Not tater tot!
Ah, it's the Jack Daniels that saved me!
Nice kitty!
Oh, that was one dot and two dots. Two dots the baby has eaten.
Seafood, no! Pony!
Not the pony!
Red pony! A stupid, small pony! Eat pony!
That is now one dot, two dot, and one pony.
Thirsty!
Not the Dr. Pepper!
It's Pepsi!
Pepsi! Why is there Pepsi in the Dr. Pepper truck? That's not right!
Popcorn! Empty!
That was one phone! One! Not the baby! No!
Dropsies!
My glasses! My accessory! Her head is gone! No! That is 5 dots 5 one pony and 5 thoughts. That's 6 things he's eaten.
Empty.
He's gonna blow!
Accessory reflux. Blah.
Save yourself! I'm made like a Lego too. Don't eat me.
Lego? Is that like
My
a
princess
snack?
magic touch.
Special snack.
That is 1 princess magic touch. I'll count it, just 1. No, not my car. Save me. That is 6 dots. 6 and 1 pony. 1.
Little Debbie snack.
Do you hear something eating? Seems like there's a lot of commotion going down there. Nothing's amiss. What could it be? Ah! What are you doing? What's going on? Save yourself! Oh no! Not my food court! Not my food court! I will not stand for this! Save me! I'm sorry, we're breaking up!
Pepsi! Special cup.
Now, how many littles did he eat? That was 1 little and 2 little. He's eaten 2 littles.
Fuzzy pet. Not good.
I'm spared.
What? Glittery tot. Glitterati tasty.
I'm not glitterati. I'm just wearing glitter.
Glitter. Raccoon meat. Where are the little people?
I can't be through.
Dolly!
Well, what are we gonna do? We need to stop him.
Daddy, he's eating your homemade lollies!
No, not my lollies. No, my diabetes.
It tastes like ice cream.
Get away! I am owned by I know. He has an affection for those glittery tots. There's one right there yonder. Why don't you help yourself to that one, baby?
Oh, Miss Reba, I don't feel right. Perhaps we can offer him my bison or my roast chicken instead.
It ain't no skin off my back if he eats that or the baby. But you gotta get out of my new living room. We're gonna film a music video in here.
Todd!
No!
No,
No, I ain't
Glitterati, good. I don't feel right giving him the tot. Baby, please stop eating the people. It is not right, baby. Calm down. Yes, take the bison. Now, be good boy, and we will change diaper.
All right, well,
Wow!
someone needs to get on that. I'm gonna go have a wardrobe change. I'm having a malfunction. My bosoms are coming
We
out.
need to get him out of the living room. Yes, Coco, you get on that while I drink Pepsi.
I need sugar. My diabetes. Oh.